What up, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again. And I figured I'd do a video this time. I haven't done in a while. Actually, I've had the Switch now since the launch, so that would be what? 2 years now? 2 years and some change since launch. And I haven't really done an entire video as far as my entire Switch collection. I know I did a video or two at the beginning of the Switch's life cycle where I was like, oh, an update, look, check out this game I got or whatever. But I haven't done a full-fledged collection. So what I'm going to do is just jump right into it. I got quite a few games for only being out 2 years. That's what the Switch is rolling with right now. Just games all over the place, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing it going on physical first. I'll show you the case and all that. And then I have the whole list right here. And I'll show you my home screen. You can see it on my home screen of all the games I have on the system, period. Downloaded, physical, all that. So, you know, in no particular order, we're just going to jump right into it. Kirby Star Allies. This was a fun Kirby title. A lot of people complained that it was very easy, and it was. Really, the game wasn't so much about challenge as it was about just seeing all the awesome like combo attacks and combinations of powers between Kirby and his different allies, you know, different like multi-attacks they can pull off and all that. It was really a game more of spectacle than it was of challenge. So I got bored with it relatively quick. I think I beat it. I got to the very end, or I beat it, and then I never looked back. They released a lot of like DLC, free characters and all that. Maybe one day I'll go back and check them out, but the overall package that came with it, I was very satisfied with. I mean, it was a fun playthrough at least once. And it's got those beautiful Kirby graphics, you know, from Kirby's, you know, the type of worlds that Kirby inhabits and traverses. Very fun, very great, very good soundtrack like every Kirby game. It was a fun little game, man. Next, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, an epic RPG. I've yet to beat this. I've gotten deep into it, but not, man, if you had to say from 0 to 100, maybe I've gotten like 25%. I mean, it's such a big game. The only critique I have negative about this game is that, like I said in my previous videos, I couldn't get into this one the way I just got hooked into Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U. But it is definitely a beautiful game to look at. Great story, great interaction and dialogue between the characters. Very anime in its art style, and just vast open worlds. Amazing soundtrack. Just a great epic RPG, and I will definitely go back one day and get into this. Just right now I can't, because also as I'm making this video, I got that kick again where I'm playing nothing but Wii U right now. I mean, I'm playing the Switch on the go and all that, but I'm on my Wii U like crazy right now. But this is a very good game, and it's just another stellar Xeno title within the franchise. I'm hoping that after this one, because they did the Golden Country and all that, I hope that they'll go back now and instead of the rumored X port, do a Xenoblade Chronicles X2. That's what I really want. That same style of game with that same graphical engine. Because to me, Xenoblade Chronicles X looked a little bit better graphically than this game. But it's still a very good game. Next, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Nothing else needs to be said, man. This is the definitive version of Mario Kart 8. I own both the Wii U version and this one. And this one with the added feature of dual items instead of just one item. A couple extra characters on the roster. And more importantly, a fixed battle mode with actual exclusive like unique battle arenas instead of having us do battle mode on the actual racetracks. This is the one to get. If you have both, or if you have the Wii U one, I'm not saying you got a bad game. It's an amazing game. I loved it. I played the shit out of it on the Wii U. If they wouldn't have had a fixed battle mode on this, I wouldn't have double dipped. Even though it's a new console and you want to have Mario Kart on it, a Mario Kart game on it, I wouldn't have got it. But when they fixed the battle mode, I was like, I got to do it. Awesome, beautiful graphics. Still one of the prettiest games around to this day. If you go back to my review video on my channel when I reviewed it on the Wii U, I said it back then, that was the definitive graphical benchmark game I had seen on any console, PS4, Xbox One, or Wii U at that point in time. And it's still right up there with the best of them, man. It's such a fucking clean game as far as the visual aesthetic. 60 frames per second, 1080p. It is just gorgeous, man. Multiplayer fun, great online. You know what it is, man. Next, Smash Brothers Ultimate. The best Smash Brothers of all time. I don't care what the Melee fans say. Hey, bite me. I don't care. Melee was great. Leave it in the past. Move on now. It's been 20 years, roughly. This is the better game. It's got all the smooth fighting. It's got the speed you want. Yeah, Melee might be a tick faster, but for me, Melee was a little bit too fast. This is like not as slow as Brawl, even though I love Brawl. But this is like that happy marriage between Brawl, all of them, Brawl, Wii U, and Melee. And it's got the biggest roster, because everybody that's ever been in a Smash Bros. Game is here. Fucking shitload of assist trophies. Now with the new stage editor that you can create your own stages and download them and share them and all that. Man, and then online matches a lot better than the Wii U. I used to have some real serious lag issues on the Wii U. That happens once in a blue moon in here, man. I hook up with, I was trying to do it yesterday and I forgot to go on, but my dog, Jason, he's always on this, man. So yesterday they were doing like a Memorial Day, like let's get on there and just fuck around, and I didn't get to jump on with them, man. But I'm hooking up with him constantly, and the shit is smooth, man. So it's just, and graphically, This is the definitive Smash Brothers. Chock full of content. You'll never get bored, man. Next, ARMS. This game surprised me because I got it thinking it was going to be fun, you know, and really, like, it surprised me into how fun it was because I knew this game was only going to last me for a little while. I was going to have fun with it, go online a few times, play it a lot with my kids, and then move on. And that's essentially what I did. But while I was playing it, I was surprised at the quality of this game. The character models are polished, beautiful. It's got that Nintendo flair. They look just as clean and as beautiful as the character models you see in Smash Bros. Or in Mario Kart. I mean, just beautiful. Controls were great. I never got to play with the Pro Controller or, you know, just on the control Joy-Con grip. I always played it with loose Joy-Cons motion because that's the way the game was meant to be played. To me, this was Wii boxing on steroids, and there's nothing more fun than that. Great, great game. It is challenging, though. If you ramp up the difficulty, like if you go above 4 or 5, you won't get knocked the fuck out. Like and then it's super frustrating at that point. So I stay like around a 4 or 5, and I just have fun with it. Great soundtrack, man. I love some of the battle tracks and some of these arenas, and the way the arenas were designed and different gameplay modes. It's very, very good. It's a very good package for what I thought it was going to be. Very shallow, and it was a lot deeper than I thought. And I would like to see a sequel. I would like to see Nintendo continue to push this and try to make this another one of their reoccurring franchises, just like they did with Splatoon. Speaking of which, next, Splatoon 2. Man, I remember when this game came out, so many haters were like, it's Splatoon 1.5. It's not a real sequel. It's not really that much of an improvement. They obviously never played the game. It's a huge improvement, okay? And the original is magic. You've heard me talk about the original ad nauseum. The original Splatoon, I even, in some ways, sometimes prefer it over this one because it's just magic. It was the first time with the gamepad. That's the one thing the Switch doesn't have that the Wii U did is the gamepad integration with the game, which is phenomenal. But other than that, this game has better looking character models, more levels, more weapons. The Splatfests are still going on. It's just better, not just weapons, but the super weapons, like the finishing moves, like the rain cloud and all that. A lot more of them. There's just more. This is Splatoon 1 on steroids with the Salmon Run mode. That's a great new addition where it's not just us 4 against you 4. It's us 4 that's work together against all these hordes of enemies and all that. Super fun, man. Great single player mode, even better than the first one. Just overall improving, man. And it just keeps proving that Splatoon is magic. They hit magic on the Wii U when they got Splatoon, man. It was awesome, man. Next, Mario Tennis Aces, again, an improvement over Mario Tennis Ultra Smash that was on the Wii U, whereas people found that one kind of bare bones. This one's a little bit more chock full of content, single-player story mode, which is very fun and very engaging. Great online mode, buttery smooth, never had a problem, no disconnection errors or anything like that. I just get my ass whooped. I mean, that's the bottom line. I get on there, I play a few matches, I win maybe one, and then I get frustrated and I get off. But the actual game is gorgeous graphically, buttery smooth gameplay. I don't know if it's 1080p. It looks like it because most first-party Nintendo games are. It just looks stunning the way it runs and the way it looks both docked and handheld. And it's a great, fun Mario sports game, man. And the Switch, like any other Nintendo console, needs that. Needs more of that, actually. We need a Striker's Charge, too. That's what we need. Next, greatest of all time, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This was launch day. Y'all know the story. This is. I say it a lot about different games, but this is one that I will constantly go back to and say this is definitely in the running for best game of all time. Best game, like greatest game of all time. To me, nothing will ever take that from Mario 64 just because of the impact Mario 64 had. But goddamn, the impact this had on open world games and open world game design. Oh my God, and Hyrule has never looked better. Link has never been more of a badass. The fact that you could change, he's not just in a little green tunic anymore. You can change to any kind of armor or outfit you want, use any kind of weapon. The paraglider, how open the world is. The fact that if you can see it, you can get to it, no questions asked. Oh my God, this game is so epic, man. People complain, oh, the story mode, the story was whack. The story was fucking awesome, dude. It's your typical Zelda shit. The hero has woken up, and it's time for him to beat Ganon. What more of a fucking story do you want? You want some intricate like plot details on how he was abused as a child or some bullshit? No, man. The story was good enough for the type of game it was. This game wasn't so much about story. It was just about, look, there's an overlying story. Go explore this amazing world, and you fill in the story as you go. Finding the memories and all that, the Korok seeds, all the shrines, all that shit. This was awesome, dude. Fucking great game. We need a sequel. Next, Minecraft. It's for my little boy, my oldest of the two. Well, actually, they both like it, but the older one is like addicted to Minecraft and Fortnite. Minecraft on the Switch, man. I have it on the Wii U. He's got it on his tablet. He's got it on the Switch. So, I never play it. I just watch them play, and I'm marveled at the things that these kids put together, man. It's amazing. Next, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Originally, we got this for my son for his birthday, I believe it was. No, Christmas. But I ended up loving it. I ended up playing through most of it. I didn't beat it. I was so far, and then he deleted my game file. So now I'm starting over, and it hurts. But it's a very fun Pokemon game. It's not your core Pokemon experience. That's coming later this year with Sword and Shield. But very, very well done. Great graphical look for the Pokemon universe. Big open world. Big map to explore. And you just walk around, and the cool thing is no more random, like, oh, I'm walking through the grass, oh, I hit something, now I gotta battle some random shit. No, you see them out in the wild, so you can go after the Pokemon you want, try to avoid the ones you don't want to deal with, and all that. A lot of battles between you and trainers and all that, and I also like the one-handed controls, the fact that you can play with one Joy-Con and then motion, like, throw the Pokeball, all that. I love that shit. That's reminiscent of the Wii, and the Wii was fucking phenomenal. So I love this game. I didn't think I would like it that much, but definitely, bro. And after I took them to go watch Detective Pikachu, I came home with the biggest urge ever to see this, to play this game. So, awesome shit. Next, y'all know what it is. Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch. Y'all saw my review on this. This is an epic fighter on the Switch, and y'all know now. If you haven't, you heard it here first. You should have heard it a couple days ago. Mortal Kombat 11 is the #1 selling game, not just of April overall, beating out Days Gone and all that, but it's the #1 selling Switch game. Mortal Kombat 11. That's fucking phenomenal to have a third-party, big-time AAA game of this status actually leading sales on a Nintendo console. Ed Boon and the team, man. They did it, man. Next, Super Bomberman R. Bought this on launch day because I wanted a companion game to Zelda Breath of the Wild. So when when my eyes were falling out from playing that game for hours, I could jump into something else. Very fun, action-packed little puzzle game, Bomberman style. It's the Bomberman brand of games. Nothing really revolutionary here. It's just the latest installment of it. Had a fun online mode. I dabbled in a few times, around the launch week. Haven't gone back to it in over a year, man. But maybe I will eventually. But it's nice to have Bomberman in the collection. Next, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This is a phenomenal, believe it or not, third-party game. This is not a Nintendo game. Ubisoft developed this game. They just got the licensing for Mario from Nintendo. Great game. Real-time strategy. As you guys have heard me say, I'm not into those games. Pikmin 3 was the first one I really got into, and it consumed me. I'm actually playing through it right now on my Wii U. I fucking love that game. I constantly go back to it. This did the same thing. I saw the trailer, and I was like, nah. And then I saw a little bit more of it. I was like, you know what? I might try it. And then I bought it just on a whim. Bought it day one, and I was fucking hooked. I didn't get to beat it. I got right to the end, bro. And then so many other games came out, and I was just like, but eventually I will go back. But it's it's such a fun game. A lot of personality in this game. The characters are so amazing in the way that they're not just animated, the humor that's written in there. Ubisoft did a hell of a job. And you can tell that Ubisoft not only have a strong relationship with Nintendo, but that they're fans of Nintendo because they treated Mario and friends they treated him like royalty. And I never got the DLC with Donkey Kong, but I might look into that, man. I'm going to pause it right there for part one. We can come back with part two. I still got like 3 or 4 physical games and then a nice amount of other digital games to go over. So that's part one of my Switch collection. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please tune in for part two. God bless y'all. Stay gaming.